hope you're okay. It's a really bright but cold Sunday, and I'm literally on my way to meet the lovely ladies in my walking group. So a little backstory: I like walking, I don't like running, and as the winter started approaching last year, I thought I still want to continue walking, but I don't want to be out on my own in the dark. So I put a little advert out in a local Facebook group asking if anyone would be interested in walking with me. So scared, I put a time, and I remember walking towards the venue that I said as our starting point, thinking I'm going to feel like a right plum if no one shows up. Thankfully people did, and we've been walking together once a week ever since. It's been lovely, it's really nice. We're a lovely bunch of ladies, and I've made some really good friends. So this morning I'm on my way to meet them now. We're going to have a lovely walk to see you in the new year, and then we're going to have a nice pub lunch together. So it is so bright, it is super bright, but there's still big patches of like ice / snow on the floor, so I'm like, please don't slip over. So yeah, that's a plan for today. It's really nice to get out and have a nice catch up. Becky's a person who plans a lot of routes. Like, I've lived here for coming up 5 years. I'm still useless when it comes to planning out a route, so I just leave it to the ladies who know their stuff. So yeah, I'm going to go and meet them now. Really looking forward to it. So although it is a cold day, that sun is absolutely lovely. It is so nice to feel some actual sunshine on my face. I'm just like vitamin me D up, because honestly I think I've been lacking in the last few weeks, and it's just been so cold. But oh, it's lovely. What a perfect day for a walk. It's just nice to do these things for yourself every so often, and that's something I've definitely made a vow to do more of, because you know, us mums sometimes put ourselves at the bottom of the pile, and we need to do more for us. And honestly, doing these walks, so good for your mental health, just to get out and get out in the fresh air, move your body. Honestly, I always feel so good after them. We made it after walking up that massive hill, which is a kid I've been walking for like nearly 2 hours. We made it to the pub, 4.8 miles. Yay! I tell you, I'm going to really enjoy a nice dinner, a nice hot coffee, rest my legs, I can really feel it. And oh, nearly there. Perfect timing. Oh. Oh, it feels really warm in here.
So after checking out the menu and working up a huge appetite, there was only one option, and that was to go for the trio of roasts. So I have pork, I have a bit of roast beef under there, and a bit of roast chicken, and we ordered some pigs in blankets on the side and some cauliflower cheese. And let me tell you, I finished every last bit. It was delicious.
So it's the day before school, and we remembered that Olivia doesn't have shoes. So at the end of term, I literally threw her shoes out because they were talking. Theo's shoes are still intact, absolutely fine. So now we've had to literally rush drive to Asda, go and pick up a pair of shoes to tie her over until I can order her some new ones. But Theo's ones have lasted perfectly. Olivia's, you had yours not in for a term, and they were literally flapping away. I'm like, I don't know what you do to your shoes, Olivia.
It's because I can't, my foot turns in.
Yeah, so but they shouldn't be like
it
talking. So anyway, come with us. We need to go to Asda now, and hopefully, fingers crossed, find a pair of shoes that she likes. And can I say how cold it is? It's literally 2 degrees.
Yesterday
2 degrees.
it was like -1. I was outside and I was so cold.
It's freezing, like literally freezing out there. This is the first time I've actually left the house today because I didn't plan on leaving the house at all. I wanted to stay indoors in the cosy warm, but here we go, let's go, fingers crossed. So it turns out there are no school shoes on Olivia's size. However, I did spot this, which I think is quite cute and will go on my shelf in my kitchen, because obviously at the moment they're completely empty, only, well, bar a couple of things, and I'm looking for just things to fill them with, and actually I feel like this is quite a nice buy, so I'll grab this. Pray for us, pray. I really hope I can find a pair of shoes. They literally had none in Asda, none whatsoever.
Magic wand. Ta-da! This is
oh, space. There we go. That was lucky, wasn't it? That was lucky. Oh, my window, my camera needs cleaning at the back, it's quite dirty. Has he got his music loud enough, that person? Surprised he can hear anything. Okay, let's go. So we're going to head into Deichmann, is that how you pronounce it? Deichmann. They have quite a lot of shoes actually, and they've got various different brands in here, so fingers crossed we can find something. It's like an hour before the shops close. Okay, we got a pair for you before, didn't we, in here?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go and have a look.
Turn 100 times. Oh, that turn did 100 times.
Okay, I don't think anything along this bit, I feel like...
I don't know who it's like more this side.
Huh? Have we got any over here?
Turn me one
No.
time.
No, it's this side.
Alright, okay. Right, Olivia, you need ones that are going to be supportive and not just flippy floppy. These are like the school shoe range here.
No, these are also the school range.
Okay. She likes the loafer sort of style ones. I'm just like, yeah, it needs to be supportive for your feet, Olivia.
Mom,
Yes, darling?
is there any toilet?
No. Oh, of course you need to go away. Of course you do, Bubs. Oh, let's go and find a toilet. I've just nipped into Primark and picked myself up some thermals. I've been meaning to do this for ages, but the other day in Bluewater, the queues are at the door. So I've got some leggings, and I also have the top. These are the extra warm tops, and they've got like the fur inside, which is definitely going to be needed. I've got to go to London tomorrow, and it's going to be absolutely freezing. So these will be perfect to put underneath. So I'm not gonna like literally freeze my tits off. I've just quickly nipped upstairs to the home, and how nice is this vase? I love that as a decorative piece. It's like £6, and I really like these tulips as well. They actually look quite realistic, like they're a really nice soft touch, and these are £8. I might get both of those. I mean, if I don't like them, I can always bring them back, but I just want to play around with some like styling, and actually these are really nice. I mean, definitely this. I don't know about the tulips. Definitely this. So I decided to get these. The vase is actually down to £3.
It's worth getting that.
Is it worth getting it? It's definitely worth getting it. I love it when it
Because
happens.
So it started at, wait, how did it start out?
£6 down to £3.
It started at £6 down to £3.
Yes.
So you
Let's
might
pay.
as well buy it.
I might as well buy it. You are the positivity I
Because
need in my
it's
life,
gone
Theo.
down. So
We don't want a
just
bag.
We do not
Oh,
want
we need a
that.
random check. That's okay. Let me get my bank card out.
Random
A random check.
There you go.
Thank you. Now let's pay.
Is there actually water in there?
£11 for both. No, it looks like water,
But it's
but
actually
it's
just
not.
hot glue.
Oh, I need to put my card in.
Is it just hot glue?
It is glue that's holding it into place, darling.
It's just hot glue. It's seafood popcorn. Seafood popcorn.
Authorising. There we go. Okay. Right, we're all done. Let's get home. Let's get out of here. No, you set off the alarm, Theo. Right, down this way. Home. Let's go home to make some dinner.
Finally, we're going home.
Finally, we're going home. Oh, look. Oh, look, they've got little cute thermals.
We're
Oh,
not getting them.
no, I'm going to get some for you, Theo, because you get really cold, bubs. Might get some thermal t-shirts. Oh, they're only short t-shirts, not long ones. The ones in Sports Direct, they normally do pairings and you save money. I bought Theo literally a pair a couple of years ago. They've lasted a really long time. So if you're looking for long sleeve ones, Sports Direct is the way forward. So home now. I think they look really nice together actually, and that looks quite nice. So that's how that is. Obviously I need to find something to go here. Not sure what that would be yet. And this, actually, I'm really happy with that. Actually, that looks quite nice. I'm not sure what else it needs. Maybe some like decorative cookbooks here, maybe. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but I'll keep messing around with it until I'm happy and it's all built up. But yeah, I'm quite happy with those additions actually. So I'm going to quickly put together my go-to easy pasta dish. I'm making a green pesto pasta with tagliatelle and broccoli. So I'm literally just browning off some chicken with, this is my go-to chicken seasoning. It's called Tropical Sun. There are no artificial colours and flavours. It's literally just real herbs and spices, nothing else added. So I'm going to start by browning off some chicken. So simple to make, and honestly when you've got like limited time, this is just like a go-to dish for me. So I've just cooked up some tagliatelle pasta whilst the chicken is cooking. My kids love this. It's just dry tagliatelle. So this is a massive bag of bone broth stock cubes that I've made up, and I just literally put them in ice cube trays and freeze them. So simple to do. And then whenever I cook, I just like to bung a few into like sauces and stews and whatnot, just to add in some extra nutrients. So I'm going to throw a few of those in because I'm going to use that as the basis of my chicken stock. So all I'll do literally is add some boiling water to this. So using the same pan that I cooked my pasta in, since my pasta's draining now, I'm just going to put some olive oil in the pan, and I'm just going to start to, babe, can you undo the top of that please? I'm just going to start to saute off my washed and chopped broccoli. So I much prefer to do this rather than boil broccoli, like especially if it's tender stem, because not so much if it's normal broccoli, but tender stem I think definitely tastes better just sauteed off in a pan rather than boiled. We prefer it crunchy. So I'm just going to get that going. The chicken is nearly cooked through, and obviously the bone broth is nearly cooked through as well. So what I'm going to do now is stir in some of this pesto. This is a really good brand actually. It's called Garofalo, and they do the green basil pesto and they do the red pesto, and the ingredients are really good. It's made with olive oil as opposed to like sunflower oil. And yeah, it's just really good ingredients, and we love this pesto brand. It's really nice. A little goes a long way. So I'm going to add this, and then I'm going to stir in some creme fraiche as well to create a nice creamy sauce. Now, this is a great dish because obviously pesto is such a easy thing to buy and just keep in the cupboard, and you don't need to use a whole jar. Like I just used a heaped tablespoon, and then obviously it's been Christmas, everybody has something creamy left over, be it some creme fraiche, simple cream, double cream. Add that in, and then combined with the pesto and obviously the chicken stock that I've made up, makes this lovely creamy sauce. And then literally I'm just going to go get my tagliatelle pasta that's been draining off, and there you go, an easy, quick and healthy dinner that the whole family loves. So who doesn't love pesto? Yummy. So I'm going to get this dished up and crack on. Like time's ticking. We need to get kids bathed, uniforms out. Can't believe the holidays have gone so quickly, and everyone is back to school and normality resumes tomorrow.
Right, okay, so I'm trying to get super organised. I've got clothes out for tomorrow. I've dug out those thermals. Guys, apologies. My daughter just pointed out to me, and I'm still obviously learning this stuff, that when I film, I need to hold my camera in landscape and not portrait to get a better view on the TV. So moving forward, I'll make sure that I have my camera like this, not like that. So there we go. Definitely got those thermals out. Also, I am loving Frida McFadden. Honestly, I discovered her last year when I read her first book. Let me turn the TV down. When I read the first book, The Housemaid. Oh my God, what a book. And I've loved her ever since. Got a really good deal actually. So at the works, so you can see here, mix and match, £3 for £7.50. Just before Christmas, they ended up doing 4 for £7.50. So I picked up a few. This one is really good. So I picked up this one, The Perfect Sun. What ones did I pick up? One by One. There's another one I can't remember, but I'll let you know. Such a good book. Have you seen the film? Oh my God. Me and my friends went to go and see it a little while ago, last week, and it was brilliant. If you are a fan of the book, you definitely won't be disappointed. That was one thing, because sometimes film adaptations are never quite as good as the book. And it really did it justice. I have to say, the casting was spot on. It was brilliant. Really enjoyed it. So I am doing a little bit of prep just to make myself feel a little bit more presentable. I feel like I've been walking around like a complete hobo for the last couple of days. I've literally not bothered. So I've put some eyebrow tint on my eyebrows, letting that sit and develop for a little while. And then I'm going to go ahead and quickly do my lashes. So last year I discovered pre-glued lashes. And let me tell you, they've been an absolute game changer. So I could never get the hang of the bond and seal. Like, it was way too messy for me. It didn't work. Pre-glued ones are a game changer, and they go on so fast. Like, literally, I sat on the plane before I went on holiday, put them on in like 5 minutes. So quick. They normally last me a good sort of 5 to 7 days ish. The glue is pretty strong, but I find it doesn't damage your lashes. Like, I actually like using the Tatty lash remover. It's kind of like an oil base. You put it on, let it sit for about 30 seconds, and they just slide off so easily. And actually, my lashes feel like they're kind of like intact, and I haven't lost any. And I've saved myself quite a bit of money by using them. And also, I don't always feel like wearing lashes, so it's nice to be able to have them on, and then when I'm done, be able to actually remove them myself without causing kind of like too much damage. So yeah, I'm going to let this sit on for a little bit, do my lashes, and then get this off. And actually, that will, I tell you what it is, like, doing eyebrows and lashes does make like quite a bit of difference for me. And I feel like as long as they're done, it just makes me feel a lot more presentable myself. So I'm going to go ahead, dig my lashes out, and get them on. So basically, these are the ones that I love, and you can get lots of different types of these. You can get different, you can get brown, I believe, you can get black, you can get different styles, you can get different thickness, different volume. These are this is the stick that you use. I actually prefer using a longer style stick, but mine has mysteriously disappeared. Not mentioning any names, and this is the clamp that you use to clamp it down. I mean, I don't tend to bother with the clamp, but honestly, what is it when you get teenage daughters and they get to a certain age and they start using your things and they don't put them back in the right places? Is it just me, or is it just me? Honestly, I thought I'd got over this. Like, I grew up as the eldest of 6 siblings. There was 5 girls, 1 boy, and all of my younger sisters used to always take my makeup, my clothes, use my things. I wouldn't know where they were. And obviously, when I became a grown up and moved out and got a place of my own, I was like, that's it, that's not going to happen anymore. And then when I went ahead and had a daughter, and honestly, I feel like I'm reliving that all over again. So I'm just going to show you how I put these on. Bearing in mind, I'm wearing glasses at the moment, not contact lenses. I'm so short-sighted. I am not going to lie. I'm going to try and do this without wearing my glasses, but I'll show you exactly how I do it. Okay, so I've just picked one off. I like to do, so it depends what sort of lash map you like to do. I like to do 10, 12, sometimes a 14, 12, and then 10, or sometimes I like to just miss the end, like the inner corner, and then just do like a 12, 12, and then like 12, and then a 10. It just depends what sort of lash map that you like. So as you can see, I have it on my little gripper here. And then using a mirror, I have to do this like this because, like I said, I'm very short-sighted. You just want to get it right underneath your eye line. You don't want it touching like the white bit on your eye. You want it as close to the lash line as possible, but not actually on the lash line, because otherwise it's going to irritate you. There we go, brows are done, lashes are done. You can't really see with my glasses. These ones are a lot more subtle. They're not as kind of like full on as the ones that I had over the festive period, which are definitely more voluminous. But I feel like these ones, it's nice to be subtle for January. Like, you know, it's not like a party month or anything. So yeah, happy with those. I definitely feel like I want to start using maybe black on my eyebrows though. These never come out as dark as like when I do go to the shop, but then they do mix dark brown and black together. So maybe I need to start doing that. But yeah, happy with that. I'm going to start getting ready for bed because tomorrow is a big and busy day. Pray for us that we all actually wake up in time for the school run. Okay, so it's a brand new morning and the kids are back to school, so I like to get up, make all the beds. Even though it's freezing, I like to open the window and let the fresh air in. It's something I always do. There's definitely something that I like about letting the old energy out and the new clean energy in. Then I make myself a nice herbal tea, put that down. Obviously I do wear aligners, so I like to get those out, put them in my sonic cleaner, give them a clean. Honestly, this device, if you have aligners, is an absolute godsend. It really is so much better than just doing it manually. I like to put it on the longer setting after wearing them all night. Then I definitely needed a yoga session this morning, and my hips were still really aching after that really long walk. So this was definitely in need. And then, like I mentioned, it was scheduled to be a really cold today. So this is my outfit. I've got my thermals underneath this. So I'm nice, cozy and toasty. Honestly, those thermals were an absolute godsend. Definitely recommend. Okay, so we are literally on our way doing the first school run of the year, aren't we, Theo?
Yeah.
Are you excited to go back?
Yeah.
I'm actually excited to go back. So it's going to be a very long day, but one that I'm quite excited about actually. Lots of exciting things happening. Obviously I've got the event in London for Marks and Spencer, which I'm really looking forward to. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so that is the school run done and dusted. Theo happily went in, which is always a good thing. I'm just on my way to the post office now because I've got a couple of things that I need to return. And I have to say, those thermals on Primark are doing an amazing job. Now, I don't know about you, but I love having fresh flowers in the house. Even if they're literally a cheap £3 bunch from Tesco, I really feel like they brighten up and just make me smile every time I look at them. So if you don't already, buy yourself the goddamn flowers, ladies. So I am officially on my way to London for the Marks and Spencer Hit Your Health Goals 2026. I was super grateful to be invited to this event, but I'm not going to lie, a little bit nervous. It's a little bit outside my comfort zone. But then I remind myself it's these things that really make us grow as people. And I'm super grateful that I actually get to do this as my job, as my day job. So here I am arriving at the venue, which was based on the Strand in London. So let's go. Guys, I hope you're okay. So today is Friday and actually I've got quite a busy day today. So plan of action for today is to, although I normally get a food shop delivered on a Sunday, I need to go and do like a little bit of a top up because we've got quite a bit of meat in, but I just need to top up a few little bits and pieces. And I'm also having microneedling done on my face. So I made a kind of intention that obviously I'm in my mid-40s. I wanted to start taking real good care of my skin. So, you know, I want to age well. I made, and this is no shade on those who do, but for me at the moment, don't want to do like the Botox or filler route. I actually dabbled with a bit of Botox and filler probably about 4 years ago, and I really didn't like the result. So I made a kind of like pledge moving forward that I wanted to
find other ways that I could support the aging process. And microdermabrasion is, or microneedling, because I don't know if there's a difference. I don't claim to be a beautician, but I had microneedling done probably about, it's got to be about 6 weeks ago now. So I'm having my second set of microneedling with the lovely Holly. She's actually, she's a great beautician. She actually lives on my development, and she's got a home beauty room. So it's literally so convenient. It's just down the road from me. But before we do that, I thought I would talk you through my process of how I plan for the weekly meals, because what I used to do was go out shopping, bung a load of stuff in my trolley, and then I would have all of these ingredients but no plan of action. And what would happen is food would get wasted. I would find that I'd have to keep going out backwards and forwards to the shops to pick up little bits and pieces to actually make up meals, and it was costing me a fortune. I've been planning this way that I'm about to show you for the last, it's got to be a couple of years now, and honestly it is a game changer. I'm doing things slightly different because obviously it is we've had the Christmas period. My freezer is chocker, so I want to have a fresh start, make meals with the stuff that I already have, and then shop for what I need on top of that. So first things first, we are going to go and take an inventory of what we have in the kitchen cupboard, what we have in the freezer, mainly the freezer, because obviously, unless you're a veggie, then in our household, meat makes up the main bulk of our meals. Like, I have a husband who is a typical guy in the sense of, actually I'm not going to stereotype, but this is his mindset. If it doesn't have meat, it's not a meal. And I'm just being completely honest with you. So I'm going to go and take an inventory off the freezer, see what we've got, come back, and then make a plan of action. Honestly, one of the jobs that I definitely want to do at some point is get some racking in this garage. Like, obviously my husband has a groundworks business, so he's got lots of tools and rubbish. Christmas stuff is literally bundled up in the corner. Got garden stuff. We've got all sorts. But yeah, we need some organisation. But that's a problem for another year. So obviously we're going to come to the freezer and we're going to do an inventory of what we already have. So obviously these are the stews that I made the other day. I've got some pre-made Yorkshires that I made over Christmas. I've got cauliflower cheese in here. There's so much stuff. So I'm going to do a proper inventory and write down everything that I have in this freezer. Okay, so we've wrote down our inventory of what we've got in our freezers. Obviously I've done my chest freezer outside, which honestly is diabolical. It needs to have a proper defrost. I don't know what's happened. Actually, no, I do know what's happened. Someone's not closed the lid properly and the frost has accumulated massively. So if anyone's got any tips of clearing out a chest freezer, please let me know. And same with the kitchen cupboards. I've gone through like the tins that we've already got. I've gone through the fridge. I've gone through the fridge freezer, and I've made a real inventory because I don't want to be doubling up. We want to use up all of those old condiments, all the old bottles that we've got lying around. Next step for me is to look at that inventory and write down meals for the week. So currently we are on Friday, so I've already got my meal plan for today, but I needed to plan something for Saturday and Sunday, which I've already done. And then I want to use all of the other food that I have in the freezer and start planning what I can make for the rest of the rest of the week. So this is what I've actually come up with. So on Monday, I'm going to make chicken breaded meatballs. Now, I started making these last year, and honestly, they are delicious. I'll share the process with you. So Monday, we're going to have chicken breaded meatballs, and I know I've already got all of the ingredients that I need in order to actually make that. Tuesday, I've wrote down marry me chicken. I'm going to do it with broccoli and crispy potatoes. Yummy, yummy, yum. Wednesday, spag bowl day. Thursday, beef stew, because obviously I've already got the pre-made beef stew that I shared in my previous video, my previous vlog. Friday, burgers, and then the weekend, Saturday, we're going to have a curry, because obviously I batch made that the previous week
froze them. So I know I've got a couple of bags of curry, a couple of bags of beef stew. So they are going to come in really handy. And then the Sunday, we're going to do a lovely comforting roast. Like the weather, sorry to be a Debbie Downer, but here in the southeast it's looking to be cold, wet for the next couple of weeks. So I don't know about you, but I really crave like comforting, warming dinners. That's what I'm craving at the moment. So that's our meal planner. So what I need to do now is look at what I've got and just make sure I've got the other bits and pieces that I need to make up these meals. For example, with the chicken meatballs, I know that I need breadcrumbs to make them. So I know that I've actually got them in the kitchen cupboard. It could be that for my Marry Me chicken, I know that I've run out of broccoli. So I know that I'm going to have to write down on my shopping list to go and get some fresh broccoli. So I'll add that to my shopping list. So you're going to go through each meal, dissect it. So let's take spag bowl, for example. I know to make my spag bowl, I'm going to need the mince, which I already have in my freezer. I know that I need the pasta. I know that I need the tin tomatoes. I know that I need all the condiments, like the vegetables. So I'm going to need onions. I'm going to need celery. I'm going to need carrots. I'm going to need beef stock cubes. I'm going to need tomato puree. I know I've run out of tomato puree. So again, I'm going to write that down, add it to my shopping list. So you're going to do that for each of the meal, and then you should have a little shopping list of a small amount of food that you need to get to make these meals. The next step, obviously, because we know that it's not just evening meals that you're going to need to make sure that you've got stuff for your breakfasts. You're going to have to make sure you've got stuff for lunches. Obviously, during the week, for us personally, it's packed lunch stuff. So I know, okay, this is what we have typically every single day, and this is what I'm going to need. So I'm going to make a note of that. Any snacks, any additional fruit. So then you should have a comprehensive list of things to actually buy that you actually need. You're out the waste. And honestly, since I've been doing this, I've saved myself a fortune. So on average, this will be probably a lot less because I had so much meat in the freezer. On average now, for a family of 4, this is meals. This is lots of fresh fruit, lots of veg, snacks, packed lunches. We don't drink alcohol, so I'll hold my hands up with that. It's a disclaimer, obviously that can add to the bill. But typically, our food shop comes in between sort of £80 to £100 max on a week-to-week basis. So I sometimes was going way over this previously, and I would spend sort of like £120, £140. Sometimes it can be as low as £70, which is great. So what I'm going to do now is, obviously with my list, I'm going to go jump in the car and we're going to go off to Aldi. I don't know about you, but for me, Easter eggs in January is absolute madness. I just can't get on board with this. Seriously, I'm just getting over Christmas and then like you're bombarded with Easter stuff. What do you think? I just think it's way too soon. Absolute crazy. Yeah, give me the old music, old school, any day of the week. Honestly, I feel like my mum, when she used to be like, I used to play my music when I was a teenager. My mum used to put all her music on and I would be like, Mum, I hate your music. That is me now. Like when I'm actually in the car by myself, I can actually choose what music I want to listen to, rather than, it's not really Theo, he doesn't really care, but Olivia always takes over. Yeah, I suppose that's the perks of being mum to a teenage daughter. So I've done my food shops, actually really impressed with what I got. I definitely ended up picking up a lot more than I intended to. The thing is, because I normally do my weekly shop, I get it delivered from Avocado. I don't often go into store in Aldi. So when I go there and I see things that I need, that I know that are longer life items, that I know I can stock up on, I just grab them and I stock up. And honestly, it saves me money in the long term. That's my girl math. But no, I've got quite a lot of stuff actually. I will unpack and I will share with you some key items. I really fancy like a nice winter warming tomato soup, so I've got quite a lot of tomatoes so I can make myself a homemade soup over the weekend. Luke's been rained off, so he rang me, he's on his way back home.
but that does mean he has to work tomorrow. So I thought actually I might have a nice cosy baking day and make myself some nice tomato soup with some nice like homemade either crusty bread or croutons, one of the two. We'll see how much time I've got. So yeah, the time is, it's 11:15 now. Honestly, the time goes so quick. You do that school run, you think you've got all this time, and it just goes so fast. So I need to quickly go home, unpack. I'm starving. I need to have breakfast. I mean, obviously I've got my appointment at 1:30. So yeah, it sounds like it's a long time, but it just goes super fast. But yeah, that's the plan of action for today. Hopefully though, because Luke's obviously home early, that means that he can do the school run in the rain, because it hasn't stopped since practically last night. So yeah, he can go do the school run in the rain. A quick update also, the kitchen situation. Oh my god. So obviously we were thinking we were just going to end up replacing a couple of the cabinets and when we open it all up. Turns out we might actually have to replace the whole thing now. Honestly, like, bearing in mind we've only lived in our kitchen for 4 years. We had the guy come around last night. He was looking at the old Symphony doors and he was like, these are the pre-wrapped ones, the Cranbrook range that we had. And you can see like where some of the paintwork is coming away. It's not the paintwork, I think it's like the wrap or something is coming away. So he's like, if you literally replace just a couple of the doors, give it a couple of years time, you'll have to end up replacing more doors. So as it stands, we need to replace more doors because obviously the paintwork's coming away. And he said in a few years from now they might not even do that same style door. So when it comes to the new ones needing replacing where the paintwork's coming away, you might not even be able to get those doors anymore. So we are now thinking about redoing our whole kitchen. Honestly, this quick, cheap kitchen renovation is fast becoming more and more expensive. So he's doing us a whole plan to redo the whole kitchen, and then I think we're going to go out and maybe now, because this opens us up to look at all kitchen places, go maybe on a Sunday because Luke's working on Saturday, maybe go on a Sunday, go to a couple of showrooms and see, like, get more of a price comparison, because we're not just going to go for one person if now we don't have to be stuck to a Symphony supplier, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to start unloading the car and yeah, go indoors and make a nice coffee, have some breakfast, and then unload all of this shopping. It's literally 11:15 and I'm having my first coffee of the day. Oh, this is so needed. It's so cold out there. I think it's because it's wet and my hands were getting wet and then it's cold. I think the temperature actually has risen, but let me show you. I'm super hungry. Let me show you what the guy was talking about when he meant with the door. So can you see? Let me actually flip the camera one sec. So can you see here? So we've been here like, what I said, like 4 years, and can you see all this stuff here? So I think he said where these are wrapped. Yeah, I'm sure he said they're wrapped. That's the reason why. So when you look at them, that bit's already started to go on there. That cabinet started to go on there. It's definitely started to go on there. And there's quite a few of them. So he's like, the carcasses are fine. The carcasses will stay intact. But you're going to have to replace, like, I think he's counted about 8 doors. Yeah, because you've got all down here, all here. Then he was like, these plinths don't even, those lights have not, have been discontinued. So you're going to have to replace them as well. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I thought we'd literally be able to get a couple of extra cabinets and then be done with it. But no, that doesn't look like it's going to be the case anymore. So, hence why we need to figure out a new game plan, and we might just, I mean, this kitchen's lovely though. It doesn't, I feel like torn because one breath, it's a perfectly good kitchen. But for us as a family, I'm someone who loves to cook. We're in the kitchen a lot. It is just such a small kitchen for the size house. Like, this is a 4-bed house and I love to have people over, I love to entertain, and it's such a squeeze, and we're beginning to feel the effects of it now. Luke and I contemplated on, do we literally sell up and buy a new house, like, with the kitchen we actually want? But we love the house, we love our neighbours, we've got the most amazing neighbours, we love this street. So over there is like a cemetery park, and there are bodies of those who, there used to be a massive like asylum in this area,
and the bodies were buried in this park here. So I know that in a morbid way, that's never going to be dug up. No one will ever be able to build on this, or will never be overlooked. Opposite us, there's a park, like an actual play park. So we're not overlooked that way. So we're in a really lovely position. This road is quite quiet. We can walk to the school. I love this area. I love the community feel. Like, we moved here to this area not knowing it at all, not knowing anyone who lived here, not knowing. The kids obviously had to start, well, not so much Theo because he was a baby, but Olivia had to join a brand new school. And honestly, I was like, have we made the right decision? And 100% I love it here. So, not to mention obviously moving fees would be so expensive. So we were like, if we change this kitchen, this will be our dream house. Like, we love it here so much, and it's perfect for our family. So for now, we'll just do the kitchen, and then we'll be comfortable staying here for a good few, many years to come. Obviously my husband done the garden last year, which is beautiful. I love it. So yeah, let's see what happens. Honestly, I feel like I've been going about this kitchen for ages, but I'm just talking you through my process of what's going through my mind, in order to obviously make the right decision, but without spending an absolute fortune if we don't have to. So we'll see. So this is all of the shop that I got. Obviously I did get multiples of certain things, but you don't need to see loads of stuff. I won't be able to put it on the table. So start off in dairy. We've got some organic eggs. I go through eggs like nobody's business. I eat eggs, 3 eggs every single day, so I always have to make sure I'm stocked up. We've got some extra mature cheddar. I always like to get high strength because the stronger flavour means that you need yet less. We've got some lovely parmesan here, mozzarella slices for our burgers. I've got some organic milk. I have this West Country salted butter. Then onto our fruit and veg. I have quite a bit of frozen fruit and veg, so I didn't need to get loads. I've got some spinach, got some tender stem broccoli, bananas, normal broccoli, celery, apples. We have garlic. Obviously, I'm making, as I said, some tomato soup at the weekend. So I've got some tomatoes, onions, tomato puree. Then moving on to some more convenient bits. We've got Worcestershire sauce, which is the basis of lots of sauces, obviously, my spag bowl. Their pesto is actually really good. The specially selected pesto rosso and the green basil pesto is both made with olive oil and sun-dried tomato. This one's sun-dried tomatoes. It's actually really good quality. So I just grab a jar of that. This is a great alternative to normal jams. It contains 75% fruit. Italian chopped tomatoes. Honestly, if you can upgrade to Italian chopped tomatoes, the difference is amazing, especially when it comes to your sauces. Honestly, you'll taste the difference. Muti ones are great. They can be quite expensive, but Lidl and Aldi actually do their own version of like the 100% Italian chopped tomatoes. So grab a few of those. Creme fraiche is normally the basis for a lot of the creamy sauces that I make, so I needed a tub of that. This will go over here, I'll show you that in a minute. So, also got some honey. So I actually get the Aldi or Lidl single origin olive oil. But as we know, olive oil can be quite expensive. And whilst I was in there, I saw this truffle flavoured olive oil. It's in a glass bottle, which obviously we know that olive oil needs to be. Obviously, a dark glass bottle would be fine. It would be better, but, you know. Now, this is 99% olive oil, and then 1% obviously is flavouring. If you can get over the 1% flavouring, guess how much this was? 49p. Now, let me tell you, olive oil, you need a second mortgage these days. So I stocked up like nobody's business on this. I can get over the 1% flavouring. You know, I know it's a UPF, but for 49p olive oil, I can get over that. Moving on to bread. This protein sourdough toasting loaf had 30% off. So I actually stocked up on these because, little fact, I keep these in the freezer and then I get them out and then I toast them, and actually it lowers the insulin response that you have. So if you freeze carbs and then you heat them again, it lowers your insulin response. So it makes sense for me to get loads of these while they're on offer, bung them in the freezer. I save myself money in the process. I've got the white sourdough toasting loaf for my little boy because he loves that. These chia batter rolls, so obviously if you've looked at rolls, you can see sometimes how ultra processed they can be. These chia batter ones literally are just wheat, olive oil and salt, and they taste lovely. They make a burger taste so much more decadent than those ultra processed burger buns that you can get in the supermarket. So I always tend to buy these. the chia butter rolls. They're like 99p as well. They're super cheap. Now, kids' lunchboxes. If you know, you know. These are perfect. I don't tend to give my kids normal crisps. So they love these mini bags of breadsticks. You can get the normal flavour, but these ones are pizza flavour. And again, they're made of just olive oil. They come in these cute little packs. They are perfect for children's lunch boxes. So I actually stocked up. I've got loads of these. Loads of these. And then I also got a couple of packs of these proper chips. These are the lentil crisps. Again, minimal ingredients, a much better alternative to regular crisps. I also got some basmati rice. These are always really handy to have. Both of my children love these. These are great for those days when you're in a hurry and the kids need feeding like now, or they have a club or something like that, or you're cooking something that they don't necessarily like. Spinach and ricotta tortellini. It has quite a long shelf life on it, so this doesn't run out until like February 2026. And the ingredients, again, it's pretty good ingredients. I mean, it's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but it's handy to have in the fridge when you need it. I don't know if you saw, but I shared a reel at Christmas how getting all butter frozen croissants are so much better than buying them. And that does apply to the pan of chocolate as well. If you go onto my Instagram, you'll see the reel that I'm talking about. I shared a reel comparing the two, and honestly, the ingredients will blow your mind. Not to mention, these taste so much better as well. Do you know what? I need to slow down. Where I'm so used to trying to cram so much information into a short little reel, I forget. On YouTube, I can talk for a much longer period of time. But no, honestly, they taste so much nicer. 20 minutes in the oven. Some people are like, but I can just get out of a pack. But I'm like, honestly, that 20 minutes in the oven is so worth it. It tastes so much nicer. So much nicer. And actually, these are fairly cheap as well. So I normally pick these up, keep them in the freezer. And they're nice for like a little weekend breakfast treat. Now, these bad boys are getting an exclusive from me here. An exclusive. I don't know if I'm going to put this out on a reel first, or you'll see this first. But these Carlos pizza twists. Oh my God. Now, what kid doesn't love pizza? But obviously, we know that they can be very ultra processed. They can contain a lot of ultra processed ingredients. But I found these, compared to the same brand, mozzarella and tomato pizza, oh my God, this one was so much better. You'll see when I put it out on a reel, if you follow me on Instagram, that is, where I share all of my supermarket swaps. But let's hone in here. Look at that short ingredients list, and look at how simple that ingredients list is, and look how it's using extra virgin olive oil. Honestly, I bought 4 packs of these. 4 packs, because there's been occasions where I've shared things on socials, I've gone back to get them, and they've been cleaned out. So I was like, no, I'm not taking any chances. I'm stocking up on these, and they look quite cute. I mean, I'm not actually going to say what they remind me of. Oh, my kids will love these. Moving on, dark chocolate. I have chocolate every day, and basically I weaned myself off of regular milk chocolate and I worked my way up slowly. So I started off on 50% cocoa, then I went to 60%, 70%. I actually have 85% now, but Aldi run out of stock of their 85%, so I've picked up a few of these 70%, and I can't have chocolate every day, then I don't know what to tell you. Red lentils, if you know, you know. This was one of my major health hacks this year, like adding red lentils to dishes, making it go so much further, sneaking in that extra protein, that extra fibre for my children has honestly been a game changer. Honestly, meat's expensive. Red lentils are cheap. You just wash them, throw them in, job done. Now, I know my son's like 8, but honestly, there are days where sometimes I like to make bars and treats and stuff from home. Sometimes I'm a busy bitch. I don't have time. So these organic OT bars, they're made with just organic fruit. So I buy them. My son loves them. I throw them in his lunchbox. Job done. Next, nuts. Now, we know nuts can be expensive. So when I see them in Aldi, I stock up. I've got some macadamia nuts, which are delicious. I love macadamias. Walnuts, obviously, amazing brain health. I probably have walnuts every day, actually. Pecan halves, I love a pecan. Also stocked up on their chia seeds, again, because these can be quite expensive. And actually, these were fairly priced in Aldi, so I stocked up. these udon noodles. Now, my kids love udon noodles. If you can compare these ones, so they do these in Aldi, the dried ones, and then they also do the fresh ones. Compare ingredients. These are so much better. Like, let's go to the ingredients. Look, flour, water, salt. Flour, water, salt. Simple. That's how these should be made. You don't need all the extras. So, yeah, the last time I cooked these, the kids love them, so I thought I'd get a few more packs. My little health hack, actually I haven't got them out, is basically been mixing whole wheat pasta with regular pasta, cooking it together. Your kids will be none the wiser, and you've basically increased their fibre intake. And then I picked myself up these. I don't drink regular tea, but I love a herbal tea. Apple and cinnamon sounded so lovely and comforting, so I got myself these. And then obviously the Barissimo Americano barrister roast, which I love, and it's reasonably priced. So yeah, that was my food shop from good old Aldi. Okay, so I'm back from my microneedling. As you can see, I'm quite red. So the way that microneedling works, and I've got to remember what Holly tells me. Holly's my lovely beautician, and honestly, she's such a lovely, lovely girl. And she actually incorporates a really nice facial into it. So I wouldn't describe it as painful. It can be a little bit uncomfortable, and it's essentially tiny micro needles going over the skin, causing, I think it's like a superficial kind of like trauma, which then basically, wait there, I've got to get this right, which basically then causes more more cell turnover and more collagen and elastin in the skin. That's kind of like my brief knowledge of it. But she, like I said, she incorporates a really nice calming facial. Like, she's got these ice globes, and honestly they're so nice, and this lovely soothing mask that she does as well. And she really kind of like talks through like the skin, my own skin issues that I feel like I've got. So yeah, so I'll have this redness now for probably 1 to 2 days. Obviously everyone's skin type is different, and I'll probably, I think from last time, because I've booked a course of 3, from last time I remember certain parts of my skin feeling a little bit tight, a little bit dry, so obviously I'll make sure that I'm moisturising. So for a week I'll have no actives on my skin, so no retinols, she did exfoliate as well, so no sort of acids or anything like that. No, like avoiding heat as well, and just basically cleansing and moisturising only for a week. And then after, normally around about the 2-week mark, you notice the skin looking a little bit more brighter and firmer and plumper. And also, like I said, it helps to diminish the fine lines and wrinkles. So to be honest, like around I feel okay with my skin. I do have these expression lines on my forehead, which I'm an expressionate person. People are supposed to have movement in the face. Like, that is how the face is. But if I can diminish some of these naturally, with like reduce some of these naturally with the microneedling, then amazing. So yeah, that's it now. I'm going to make a nice coffee. My husband is home, so he has very kindly offered. I asked him to do a small one. It's still so blustery and cold out there, and to be honest, I've got to get some work done, and then like make dinner and stuff. So yeah, I'm glad he's home and he can do it for me. So I'm going to make a nice coffee, crack on some work before the kids are back, and yeah, I thought I'd share that with you. Has anyone else had any treatments, or is there any treatments that you would recommend that you currently have? But anyway, I'm gonna crack on, and I'll speak to you later.
Hey my loves, so it's the end of the evening. Luke's literally upstairs putting Theo to bed. Olivia is having a sleepover at her friend's for the evening. So as soon as that's done, honestly, I cannot wait to get into bed. I'm already in my PJs, done my skincare, etc. And I cannot wait to get into bed and watch Runaway. If you haven't watched it, honestly, watch it. It is brilliant. We are hooked, and I've been looking forward to literally watching the end since last night when I couldn't literally stay awake any longer. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up the vlog here. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have enjoyed it, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next Sunday for another vlog. Bye.